Students, today we will be doing how to separate the components of a mixture. There are many methods, but today we will be doing evaporation method. The activity is how can we obtain colored component, that is dye color, which is present in either blue or black ink. So apparatus required for these are burner, tripod stand. Tri means 3, pod means it has 3 foot. Tripod stand, wire gauze, beaker and watch glass. Material required is blue or black ink and water. Certain amount of water is also required. Now here is the diagram I have made. This is burner, tripod stand, wire gauze is put on the burner, beaker is half filled with water, and a watch glass with some black ink is there on the top of beaker containing water. What is the procedure behind it? Fill half of a beaker with water. Put watch glass on mouth of beaker. Put some ink. I have put black ink in watch glass. Start heating the beaker. Now what will happen? When water start heating, it will the hot water, it will ultimately heat the ink also. We will not directly keep the watch glass on burner. Otherwise, all ink will become ash. So what we do, we heat ink on watch glass with hot water. Now, heat till the evaporation goes on and observe what is happening. We will observe water vapors coming out of the watch glass, and we will see some residue is left in the watch glass. So observations is all water is evaporated from watch glass and a residue is left on watch glass. So what is the result? Volatile component, that is solvent, and solvent here is water in the ink, it is evaporated. So volatile components are those which evaporate. Non-volatile component, that is solute or colored dye, which is present in the black ink or blue ink. In black ink the color dye is black, and in blue ink the color dye is blue, that is left on the watch glass. And color dye is non-volatile, it does not form vapors. So what is the principle behind evaporation process? So principle is this only: volatile solvent evaporates and non-volatile solute, they remain as residue in the watch glass. So applications of evaporation process in daily life. First is common salt preparation. You might be knowing that common salt is prepared from sea water, and seawater lagoons are made where water is evaporated and common salt is left. Then drying of wet hair. When your hair are wet, volatile substance is water, it will evaporate and non-volatile substance will remain. Wet floor, volatile substance is water, it will evaporate. Wet clothes, volatile substance is water, it will evaporate and non-volatile substance will remain. Nail polish remover. In nail polish remover, volatile substance is acetone, it will evaporate, and non-volatile substance is colored, which is present in nail polish, that is remain on the nails. Thank you. Yes, students, let's do a quick recapitulation of evaporation process. What is there in the beaker? In the beaker there is water. What is there in the petri dish? In the petri dish there is ink. So what we are doing? We are heating the water. Water will evaporate because beaker is half filled with water. Water will evaporate and the evaporated water has heat. It will heat the petri dish, and from the petri dish there is volatile substance, that is water in the ink. It will evaporate, and what is left? Non-volatile substance, that is dye is left behind. Dye is left behind in the petri dish, and the whole water is evaporated. Water which is volatile substance, it is evaporated. So in this method, a volatile substance, that is water, is separated from dye which is non-volatile substance. This process is called evaporation. Here I am heating water. Water is evaporating, and this evaporating water is heating the ink which is kept in the watch glass. So it is not directly heated. It is heated on water, hot water bathtub. Yes, students, today I will explain you how to separate butter from buttermilk. And the technique which we will use is centrifugation method. This is a churner. With the help of churner, I will be separating butter from buttermilk. Now look, students, butter is separated from buttermilk. Now what is the principle behind it? What it shows? It shows that butter is lighter than buttermilk, and that is why butter is floating on buttermilk. This is the principle behind centrifugation method. Clear? Yes. Good morning, students. Students, today we will do another activity. How can we separate cream from milk? So apparatus required for this is a churner or a mixer grinder. Material required is buttermilk or full cream milk. Procedure is: take some full cream in a test tube, centrifuge it in a centrifuging machine, or if machine is not available, we can do it with the help of milk churner, and churn it for some time and observe. What are the observations? We will observe that butter is separated from buttermilk. What is the result behind it? Sometimes solid particles in a liquid are very small. Filtration technique cannot be used. That I have told you earlier also. Milk is a colloidal solution, and its solute particles are very small. They pass through the filter paper. So we use centrifugation method to separate butter from buttermilk. Now what is the principle behind this process? Denser particles are forced to bottom. Here denser particles are buttermilk, and lighter particles stay at top when spun rapidly, and the lighter particles is butter. So it will stay at top, and denser particle is buttermilk, जिसको हम लस्सी बोलते हैं, वो नीचे रह जाएगी. Now where we apply in our daily life this centrifugation method? First one is, it is used in diagnostic laboratories for blood and urine test. To separate blood components RBC, WBC and blood platelets, this centrifugation method is done. It is also used in dairies and home to separate butter from cream. And it is also used in washing machines to squeeze out water from wet clothes. So when you have seen that when clothes are being dried, the washing machine it spin rapidly and the water is squeezed out from the wet clothes. Thank you. Yes, students, this is centrifugation machine. Here centrifugation of blood is done. Blood is kept in the centrifugation machine in the test tube and then it is spin rapidly. It is allowed to spin rapidly and you will see that the components of the blood they are separated. RBC, red blood cells, they are heavier, they are at the bottom. White blood cells, they are lighter than RBC, they are at the middle. And plasma, which is fluid part of the blood, it is at the top. And in this way, the components of the blood are being separated. So, centrifugation machine, in centrifugation machine, we can separate the different components of blood. Blood is a colloidal solution. You cannot separate the components of blood by simple filtration method. So special technique is used and that technique is centrifugation method. Is it clear? Thank you.